The royal calendar in Dragon Ball is pretty much like an official recording of all of the events that have ever taken place throughout the multiverse, and it recorded the Tournament of Power as one of the greatest events to have ever taken place. Not because of the events that happened during, but more so because of the events that succeeded it. The ever-growing power and adaptability of the warriors from the 8 universes pushed the destroyers to finally let go of their complacency. It shook one's understanding of the multiverse, but also created legends. Legends whose names will continue to roar for millions of years to come. One such legend is the man who awakened to emptiness. A man who experienced a beatdown so strong that no life whatsoever was left in his body, his soul fleeting, his bones shattered, and his mind completely numbed. Only his eyes remained. This is the same man who was repeatedly served as the hope of the universe. The man named Son Goku, later recorded with the epitaph, Son Wukong. Having lost every last ounce of strength or life in his body, Goku awakened thanks to the glory of the moonlight. Primal Broly's onslaught destroyed him, but one could also say that it tore him a new one. Now standing in the glory of that humbling moonlight, Goku was in his final limit breaker form. As you guys know, we're already 6 parts deep into this series. I think this is chapter 7 actually, and a lot has happened. So if you want better context and a full understanding of the What If Goku and Vegeta Wish Their Tails Back series, definitely be sure to go check out the previous part and chapter 1, which will be linked down below in the description box and the comments. As for the story from here on out, if you guys haven't tapped in already and left a like on the video, be sure to do that. Our goal for this one is going to be 3,000 again, which seems to be pretty standard for this series. But without further ado, let's hop right in. So while Goku is now awakened to the emptiness, Vegeta is in the middle of an interesting situation on planet Sadala. The worst offender, aka Zykor, the master of primal instinct, quite literally shoved the Starr out of the way and then used infinite lunar flare on planet Sadala. He's just awakened from 1,000 years of non-existence, and so he doesn't want to see any of his Saiyan brethren slacking. He enters the palace when Vegeta, King Sadala, and everyone else are in the middle of a glorious banquet. Immediately, he assumes that Vegeta is the current king because, well, for lack of better words, Vegeta's just kind of giving off that king aura right now. Though this causes Zykor to get upset. If there's one thing he doesn't like, it's a fully grown, weak Saiyan. He was especially furious because there wasn't a single tail on anyone here besides Vegeta. So he jumps to conclusions and greets Vegeta with a kick to the gut. Vegeta manages to block it, but not without the help of his potent God Ki. Calm down, first introduce yourself. Tell me your name, Vegeta asks. Well, I'm a Saiyan just like you. But things happened, and I had my existence erased from the multiverse until a few hours ago actually, when a similar source of energy allowed me to break free of the hyperspace prison. Though, if it's simply a name that you want, they called me Zykor, the conjurer of desire, fame, power, women. I always get whatever I want, Zykor replies. Hearing this, Vegeta pauses for a moment as he knew this man was a Saiyan, but all that stuff about him being from the past and the hyperspace prison kinda confuses Vegeta. Still, he knew exactly what to ask next. Don't beat around the bush, Zykor. I asked for your real Saiyan name. I've never not once called to a Saiyan by anything other than their real birth name, Vegeta asserts. Although this was a lie and Vegeta knows it, we all know it. Truth be told, Vegeta can recall a few times himself when he referred to Goku by Goku and not Kakarot. But hey, Vegeta's point was still made. Well, how royal of you, sire. But forget it. I've already forsaken that weak name. Zykor fits yours truly better anyway, so just shut up and answer my question now that I've answered yours. Besides, you've already addressed me as Zykor in case you haven't noticed, Zykor replies. Okay, you got me. Though I'm afraid you're still mistaken. I'm not the current king. It's this man right here, Vegeta says while pointing at King Sadala. Zykor glared at Vegeta for about half a minute and then erupted into laughter. Good one, he said. No, this is no joke. He's the current king, so pay him some respect, Vegeta replies. Just then, that angry glint returns to Zykor's eyes. He grabs Vegeta by the collar and asks a sincere question. So you're telling me that this joke is the current king? when they have someone as strong as you around? He doesn't even have a tail. A Saiyan without a tail is hardly a Saiyan in my eyes, Zykor states. Of course, this blatant disrespect to his face is gonna cause King Sadala to chime in finally. Listen, Zykor, if you have anything to say it to my face. My people will not tolerate any more disrespect. And as far as this man Vegeta is concerned, he's from Universe 7. He's not even from here. Zykor would finally let go of Vegeta, sit down in Vegeta's seat, and then, seeing all the food that was before him, start stuffing himself. Now things were finally beginning to make sense to him. One of the reasons why Zykor was labeled as a threat to the entire multiverse is because of his disgustingly high intelligence. And we're talking about higher than Piccolo, higher than Gohan, Bulma, Cell, anybody that you can name. He's able to make sense of things in a split second where others would take somewhere near decades. A prodigy in every sense of the word. The current situation of Planet Sadala was pretty easy to understand once he realized that Vegeta is not even from here to begin with. Since his disappearance, more than 1,000 years have passed. There was also that old wizard whom he killed a few hours back, and that doofus had been around for plenty of millennia. And then of course, there's Vegeta, who still has a tail. Zykor instantly begins connecting the dots. Something happened after he was punished by non-existence that led to the complete institutionalization of these Saiyans. And if not a single one of them said anything even after hearing the name Zykor, this means that the record of his existence was completely erased. In simpler words, Zykor's non-existence became the very downfall of the Saiyans. Realizing this, he actually started tearing up. Crying in public, how pitiful, Vegeta comments. Don't worry, Zykor replies. I'll carry out their salvation right away. Being weak is punishable by death. And sure enough, once Zykor is done finishing all of that food that was still on the table, he lets out a destructive burp and then prepares to destroy the planet in its entirety. Wait, just what the hell do you plan on doing, Vegeta asks. Simple. Weakness is disgusting. It's a sin. I'll destroy all of the evidence so that only me and you remain, Vegeta. We'll travel around Universe 6, meet strong women of other races, and start putting down the foundation for the rebirth of the ultimate Saiyan warrior race. That's right. In the future, we are guaranteed to be the strongest race. Prepare yourself, Vegeta, because we will need our stamina. Once we're done, we'll branch out into other universes. It'll be great. And then eventually, the Saiyans will rule everything, Zykor replies. And he was 100% serious. He cried not because he was sad at what happened to the Saiyans. He cried because it'll take some time before the universe is once again dripping with strong Saiyan warriors who can't be contained, not even by divine authority. Hey, whoa, calm down, buddy. It's not being patient, Vegeta quickly states. He definitely couldn't keep up with Zykor's wild kind of party boy vibe right now. Meanwhile, things continue to happen both in Universe 6 and 7. After his contract was terminated thanks to the old wizard's death, Hit would leave planet Sadala and then arrived at a secluded planet in the darkest reaches of Universe 6. This planet is called Moors and it's his birth planet. Hit almost never returns to his home planet. He's always on the clock for something, but something about that energy he experienced on planet Sadala just ticked him the wrong way. So he's now returned to have a dialogue with the Grand Elder of planet Moors, the enigma named Thanatos. While Hit has only been alive for around 1,000 years, Thanatos has been here since before 6 of the 18 universes were even destroyed. He also committed a lot of felonies in his long life, which is why he's basically on house arrest, but Hit knew that it was about time he paid his great-grandfather a visit. Subsequently in Universe 7, it seems Broly's raging aura didn't just disrupt hyperspace, it also influenced the void of indefinite terror. Beerus imprisoned Frieza in this void because he had simply gone too far. In this void, Frieza's mind was mostly empty. He couldn't think about anything specific, he couldn't even feel anything in particular. He was just kind of floating here, absolving into nothingness for all of eternity. That is until Primal Broly happened, and a new wave emerged in the void. A wave that would constantly remind him of the hatred he had, not just for the Saiyan race, but also for Beerus now. Yes, he still can't move a finger, but at least now he has something to think about. Then next, we have Primal Broly on his way to Earth, ready to destroy some more Saiyan bones just like he did with Goku. Gohan, Piccolo, Trunks, and Goten have all gathered at the lookout as they can feel the presence of this raging beast, but Gohan and Goten could also feel something else. Although he was at the very edge of this universe, Goku's sons could feel his emergence. They know that once again, their father will come, and so all they have to do is hold down the fort until then, which is of course easier said than done against Primal Broly. Should we fuse Goten ass Trunks? I'd say that's probably for the best, boys, but let's wait until after the sun is set down. There's gonna be a full moon today, and I'd say it's about time for you two to understand why your dads decided to wish for their tails back, Gohan replies, and Piccolo would agree. 20 minutes later, Broly arrives in space right above the Earth's atmosphere. He instinctively pinpoints Gohan's location and sends an energy blast right at him. Of course, Gohan sees this attack coming from a mile away, but this is Primal Broly we're talking about. This is the man who ruthlessly destroyed Goku while he was using both Ultra Instinct and Super Saiyan 4. Simply put, surviving the attack was the best Gohan could do. And he did. Gohan had no other choice but to block the majority of the attack because Broly's energy blast soon started evolving into a planet buster. If Gohan wasn't in the way, their planet would have just been destroyed. Broly then flies at Mach 100 and kicks Gohan in the gut. It was so brutal that Gohan had trouble standing straight up after experiencing the full weight of that kick. He was stumbling, unable to do anything while this embodiment of chaos stood right before him. Primal Broly had arrived, and he wasn't going anywhere until he had completely destroyed everything here for whatever reason. Meanwhile, back at the 4-star Super Dragon Ball. Well, how do you feel, Goku? Should I heal your body or not, Whis asks. No need, Whis. Right now, at this very moment, I feel invincible. Let me go test this out first, Goku replies. Alright, I'll leave you to it. Though, just a little heads up, even more unprecedented things are happening in Universe 6. Vegeta has his work cut out for himself. I say he could use a helping hand, wouldn't you say, Whis states? Nah, no need. Our paths won't need to cross again until both of us have mastered our new strength. I'll take care of Broly. Let Vegeta handle things in Universe 6 on his own. He is the king after all, Goku replies, and with that, he prepares himself to instant transmission all the way to Earth. He arrives less than 2 seconds later. Unfortunately, Broly had already landed the second blow on Gohan, and it wasn't pleasant at all. Dad, you're finally here, Gohan states, but at the same time, he's still taken aback by Goku's new form. You should let this serve as a reminder and a wake-up call to all of you guys that the world needs a hero in times where me or Vegeta aren't here. Aim to be the strongest Saiyan alive, Gohan. Do that, and both Goten and Trunks will follow suit. Goku casually affirms all of this while holding Broly's arm that was about to just deck Gohan. Subsequently, Zykor is about to knock Planet Sadala off of the map also, as Vegeta tries to reason with him, but it just isn't going over well. Which is why Vegeta has to step it up now too. He unleashes both Super Saiyan 4 and Ultra Ego and then basically uses Hakai on Zykor's blast. On one hand, you have these two users of Primal Instinct being Broly and Zykor, while on the other hand, you have Goku and Vegeta. And from here on out, the action is only gonna get more intense. For better or worse, these events will be etched in bold in the royal calendar as something truly astounding is gonna happen while Beerus is still asleep. And if you guys are loving this series and want to see a part 8 of what if Goku and Vegeta wish their tails back, you already know I'm gonna need that 3,000 likes. And if you guys ever want to go above and beyond with your support to the channel, consider clicking that join icon down below and becoming a member. This helps with things like art, thumbnails, editing. Oh, also thank you guys so much for 500k. I did put out a post, but I think this is the first time I've spoken on it in video, so of course I couldn't let another one go by without tapping in with the gang. I appreciate you guys so much for that. Now we just got way bigger goals to topple. We have more things to succeed at and experiment with, but More on that to come. Have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next one.